1999, I passed my first rules exam for Czech Golf Federation. I became basic level, let's say, club referee, and found it very interesting. My biggest dream became true in like 9-10 years ago. I first time joined really big. Actually, it's 13 years ago. I joined really big tournament, which was St. Andrews and Legless trophies in Czech Republic. And with one of my best colleagues, Jiří Kubelik, we ran Czech PGA Tour for about 8-9 years in Czech Republic. And I became more busy with refereeing on the buggy, which is actually the biggest part of my life, and I like it seriously. My answer to your question will be a little bit different, because I got more from watching than from playing, because I'm seriously not quite a good golfer. I'm still on handicap 13. I'm struggling a lot with a lot of things because I'm on a golf course a few times per year. So I've been mostly watching people playing golf, and I've been learning from what I did see on TV screen or live on the golf course. It's definitely the first milestone was St. Andrews and Jack Legless trophies I mentioned, and then Solheim Cup is definitely on the top, and all major tournaments. I mean, Women's British and Evian Championship. I'd say the most important part is before the tournament, because when we set in golf courses, you need to set the golf course properly on start, and you need to mark the golf course as well. You need to set local rules. So actually the preparation is the most important part, because when you doing these three things properly, I mean proper way, you're not underestimating anything, then the tournament days are much more easier for all rules officials, because everything is smooth and we can be focused on pace of play mainly, and obviously deliver some rulings as well. But when the golf course is pretty properly marked and everything is okay, and everybody knows every time and every single minute after every shot where the ball is and what to do, then everything is much more easier. So I would say before the tournament, preparation is the most important part of our job. If I can speak, for example, about EGN, which is probably between the Pro-Ams our flagship, I mean CPG, then we can say that it's definitely about getting people to one place for about like 4 or 5 days, and you can find the top professionals who are playing with us, ex-tour players or tour players. I mean, actually they're playing on the tour. They all are just humans, and they're helping a lot to people playing with them in groups, with course management, with strategy, with golf, and with everything. So it's how to get close and touch good players. And then you can see that some people just teaching their club members in golf clubs around the world are actually very good players as well, and they can play and compete on a higher level. And that's how to get people pretty close to pros, and how to spend 4 to 5 hours on a golf course with somebody who can give you a lot of knowledge. It's always a very great lesson for amateur players. And on the other side, I think it's good for top pros, I mean now tour pros and ex-pros, ex-tour pros, to meet with people on the golf course and to see the golf from their perspective as well. When you are 24 handicap player, club player, it's always great for tour pro to spend 4 hours on golf course with people having completely different approach to golf and different problems on the golf course. Just they want to strike the ball obviously exactly the same way like tour pros, and time to time tour pros are pretty much amazed how much they're trying to be as much as possible and so accurate and everything. So for them it might be something interesting as well. I would say a little bit different thing. It's always, every week, it's so funny to listen players coming to the office 2 or 3 days before the first tournament round and asking if they will get preferred flights, including golf courses in Kenya or Align. There is no rain, no mud, nothing. So this is probably the most frequent question I'm receiving last year. And the interaction with players is mostly about practice our knowledge and to be on our duties, obviously. So every single question from any player around the world on any tournament, doesn't matter if it is club level or major, is always very appreciated by us, because we feel like we are helpful and we are there to help them with their play.